We're going to begin this half hour, though, with the Missouri man who spent nearly a decade in prison for a murder he says he did not commit. Key witnesses have now recanted, and a state appeals court has overturned that conviction. We're going to talk to his parents in just a moment, but first, with the backstory, here's NBC's John Yang.
For Ryan Ferguson's father, it's the day he's long been hoping for.
I just felt vindicated for Ryan that he's always said he was innocent.
In a strongly worded ruling Tuesday, an appeals court threw out his 29-year-old son's 2005 conviction as not worthy of either judicial or public confidence. In a jailhouse interview, Ryan Ferguson talked to Dateline, which has covered his story for several years.
It's like your soul has been taken from you almost. You know, you just deal with so much that you feel almost empty inside.
Ferguson was sentenced to 40 years in prison for the 2001 Halloween night murder of a local newspaper editor. Ferguson and childhood friend Chuck Erickson, both 17 at the time, had spent the night drinking heavily in a college bar. Later, Erickson said he had repressed memories that he and Ferguson committed the crime. Ferguson denied it. Erickson testified against him as part of a plea deal.
I've got to go to prison for the rest of my life. I've got to tell him what that man did.
The appeals court said that none of the physical evidence from the scene, DNA, fingerprints, shoe prints, was a match. And Ferguson's attorneys argued that Erickson's videotaped confession to police, which was played in court, seemed less than certain.
It's just so foggy, like I could just be sitting here fabricating all of it and not know. Like I don't know.
Last year, Erickson took it all back.
I lied and said I remember things I didn't remember and said he did stuff that I don't remember him doing or me doing.
Yes. And so did the only eyewitness, saying he felt intimidated by investigators to identify Ferguson.
I'd like to have forgiveness from Ryan and his family.
Now Ferguson's future rests with prosecutors. The court gave them 15 days to seek a new trial or set him free unconditionally. For today, John Yang, NBC News, Chicago.
And Ryan Ferguson's parents, Bill and Leslie, are with us now. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Bill, I understand you were able to speak to Ryan after this ruling came down. Can you describe his reaction?
Well, he was somber, but very, very happy. He realizes there's another chapter to go, but he was elated and expressed that and expressed his happiness towards the great support he's received.
Leslie, do you feel that he's almost too cautious to be openly overjoyed at this point?
Definitely cautious, yes. But I think the last 9 years have taught us to be cautious.
This has been a long road, and the court's ruling is really striking. The judge wrote, under the facts and circumstances of this case, we conclude that Ferguson did not receive a fair trial. His verdict is not worthy of confidence. After this long battle, Bill, what did it feel like to read those words?
Well, we feel totally vindicated. Everything that Ryan has said has come to be true, and he is an innocent man, and he should be freed immediately.
As we know, it's the prosecutor's call now whether to refile these charges and subject your son to yet another trial. Do you have any indication what the prosecutor plans to do? Bill?
We have no idea at all, but it seems rather dubious considering there are no witnesses now. They've all admitted they committed perjury, and there's no physical evidence, so there's nothing. There's no merit. This case has no merit.
I can't help but think of the victim's family here who has to also relive all of this. What do you feel about what they're going through right now?
Well, we feel very badly for the family. We always have. We feel like the prosecutor has misled the family all the way through this. They said that they had evidence that they didn't, and they totally misled them. And now we're in the process of trying to find the perpetrators of the crime ourselves.
And in the short time I have left, Leslie, what are you most looking forward to if Ryan is able to come home?
Giving him a really long hug and just spending time together.
Well, Bill and Leslie Ferguson, I know you must be overjoyed. Thank you for being here this morning and sharing your story. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.